Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video we will test if you really need a full frame camera to shoot decent portrait images or if you can do the same with the APS-C camera. For this test I will use the two most popular portrait lenses of the two systems. The Sony 85mm f1.8 for full frame on a Sony a7IV with 33 megapixels and the Sigma 56mm f1.4 for APS-C on a a6400 with 24 megapixel. Spoiler alert! Of course you can take good looking portraits with the APS-C camera, but in this test I want to find out how big the difference really are. First I will do a portrait test and then I will test the sharpness of both lenses on different apertures. The full frame combination currently costs €3,117 and the APS-C combination €1,228. These are the current Amazon prices of August 2023. As you can see, there is a difference of €1,889 between these two systems. That means that you can buy an APS-C system twice for this difference and you even have money left over to buy one or two more APS-C lenses. But now we will come to the interesting part, the side-by-side comparison. As always, all images come straight from the camera and nothing has been edited. Have fun with the test. Okay, now we are here on our side-by-side comparison. You see here on the left side the Sony 85mm and on the right side the Sigma 56mm. I've used for the Sony an aperture of f1.8 and for the Sigma an aperture of f1.4. As you see on the first look, the Sigma lens looks a little bit brighter here, but from the bokeh side I think both looks comparable. Good image quality on the first look, but let's zoom in. Okay, we are here now on 100% and the focus point was here the left eye of this cat. And if you see, the eye detection autofocus on the APS-C camera works a little bit better than on the a7IV. I didn't expect this, to be honest. Let's reframe it a little bit. But the sharpness of both lenses are very good. Yes, really comparable. It's difficult to see here big differences. Only here the eye autofocus. Okay, on the next picture we see here another portrait comparison in low light. Also to see the bokeh balls here. Let's zoom in. Okay, here again the sharpness is comparable on both images. But what about the bokeh balls? Let's go on 50%. And I think also comparable, but this Sigma lens is a little bit rounder, but only a little bit. Again, both are very comparable. Okay, now we're here on the sharpness test. Again, I've used on the Sony lens here an aperture of 1.8, on a Sigma lens 1.4, and on the first look I don't see so much differences, but let's zoom in. Let's reframe it a little bit. Okay. On the mid frame, maybe the Sony is a little bit better here. Let's go to the edges. Okay. On the left edge, the Sony is the winner. What about here again? What about the right side? But here, the Sigma lens is better. Okay. and here again. Okay, but more or less comparable. But what about if we use an aperture of 1.8 on the Sigma lens? Let's zoom in. At the first look, I don't see so much advantages here on the Sigma lens. Let's go to the left side. Here the same results, maybe a little bit better here, but again the Sony is here the winner. What about the right side? Yes, and here the Sigma lens is sharper, as you can see here. But on the mid frame, both are really sharp. Okay, let's take a look at the aperture of 7.1. The first look, what we saw directly is we have less vignette, of course, and the picture looks a little bit brighter now. But let's zoom in. And now, again, both are very sharp in the middle. Very sharp. Let's go to the left side. And now both images are comparable. Maybe the Sony a little bit sharper, but not that much. No, yes, here, but let's go to the right side. Okay, this looks good. Here again, very good. Okay, I think more or less the same quality. Very interesting. Welcome back. As you could saw, you don't need an expensive full-frame camera to take good looking portraits. If you use the right lens, an APS-C camera will do the same job. As we have seen, there was not much difference between these two systems in terms of bokeh and sharpness. The eye detection and the bokeh were even better with the APS-C, but this depends also on the lens you are using. Of course, you also have advantages with full frame, especially in low light. But the question is, do you really want to pay more than double for these advantages? I think both images looks comparable, and to be honest, I didn't expect at the beginning of this test that the result would be so close. What's your point of view about this? Are you more APS-C or full frame shooter? Feel free to write your thoughts in the comments. If you like this test, I would be happy if you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.